In the last few months, I've managed to scale my Amazon FBA business from the 5K, 6K profit per month to over 5 figures consistently. And I'm going to break down in today's video exactly how you can do that from day one. You don't actually have to wait until 2, 3, 4 years in to do this. There's an actual strategy that you can use to do this, and I'm going to break it down for you today exactly how you're going to do it. I've done it myself. I've had students who have done it now as well. So proof that it actually works. And all you need to do is copy this video step by step, put in the dedication part that I'm going to show you as well, use the system I'm about to give you, and let's get straight into it. So as you can see, we have our whiteboard again. So welcome back to the whiteboard. And let's actually draft out how we're going to get to this 10K per month goal. Now, as you guys know, my 3 S's for Amazon FBA are strategy, spending, and then scaling, right? So let's go through it together. How are you going to use strategy, spending, and scaling to get to the 10K per month goal that everyone is after and everyone wants? And to be fair, the beauty with Amazon FBA is when you do actually get to the 10K per month goal, it's not actually as much work as you think compared to some other businesses that I've run personally before. I've hit 10K per month on 3 different businesses now. And to be honest with you, Amazon has probably been the most automated one out of all of them, where it can actually be fully outsourced, especially due to the fact that Amazon do all the delivery for you. Yeah. Whereas compared to maybe an agency business or a service-based business where you are doing delivery, it's obviously a lot harder as well. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, we need to go through the 3 S's. So let's go through strategy first. Now, for the 10K per month goal, the most effective way of doing it, I think, for beginners is going to be the online arbitrage and wholesale hybrid model that I have done myself. I'm proof of concept that it works. I just hit my first 100K month in sales, been doing 5-figure 10K months in the last few months, and my students are doing similar as well. They're doing the OA and wholesale hybrid model. Now, how do you learn these models? Very, very simple. You join SS University. Like, that's gonna be number one. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to all of you and be disingenuous and say, yeah, you can go on YouTube and you can learn it. Come on guys, you wanna hit 10K per month. Should I recommend you somewhere else to learn Amazon FBA? No, because SS University is the best. And that's why I created it. I created it for people like you watching this who actually want a proper mentorship, not some crappy course, and you want to learn from someone who's been doing it and still doing it, okay? So that is why I recommend that you do that. And if we go back to the whiteboard, let's actually explain a bit more what we're going to do for OA and wholesale, right? Now, what we are going to do is with wholesale, this involves buying from distributors, and this is obviously retailers. Now, we can also add brand direct to this as well, which is a second part of wholesale, which is buying from brands directly. And to be honest, we can actually split the revenue across all of them. So we can actually have a multi-faceted approach where we have these 3 models clocking together, almost like a clock, right? And they all work hand in hand, and I'm going to show you exactly why. So that leads me on to now spending, okay? Because the strategy is OA, wholesale, brand direct. How to learn the strategy, SS University. So let's actually talk about now spending, right? So when it comes to spending, which is really important, you have spending allocation. Now to hit 10K per month, if I'm honest with you, the way Amazon works is you have something called like cash flow cycles. So cash flow cycles are very, very simple. Cash flow cycles, the way Amazon works is you kind of want to have 2 months worth of stock. I think it's more sustainable for keeping constant sales. And 2 months worth of stock allows you, or kind of fits into one cash flow cycle, and then you go again for 2 months, if that makes sense. Okay, so let me show you an example, right? To hit 10K per month, okay, that means overall on the 2-month target, you need to hit 20K in profit, okay? Now to hit 20K in profit across those 2 months and in this cycle, you need to be spending divided by 0.3, because on average your ROI is going to be 30%, okay? Now if we are to do that, let me actually show you. We're going to do 20,000 times 0.3 sorry, divided by 0.3. I was thinking that doesn't make sense. Divided by 0.3. It means we basically need to spend 66,000. I showed you this in my vlog that I did, which was the Turkey vlog, when I was doing 50K per month. And I told you how I'm going to scale to 100K per month. And that was, I spent £67,000 in September. No wonder why I then did a 15K profit month. You know, it's not rocket science. That's all you need to do. So let's actually get it back to this. So we've said 20K gives us a kind of 66K mark. So you need to be looking to spend £66,000 across 2 months, which means 30K each month. Yeah, so 30K and 30K. Now, with wholesale, you can do something smart where you have to remember with wholesale, you can spend something in month 1, but maybe it takes 4 or 5 weeks to arrive and then it lands in the second month. So let's kind of allocate our capital to 60K. And how do we break that down? Now, my recommendation is very, very simple. You spend 30K on online arbitrage. Reason being, it's very, very achievable to do that. Across 2 months, you're simply spending £500 per day on leads, okay? And to spend £500 a day on leads, it's not that difficult. If you go after high ticket items, you can do that. Or you go after high volume, which is like multiple different ASINs. Right? Now, some of these products may fail, they'll be break even, but some of them will be really high, and then those are the winners that average your ROI out. That's why I say 30. I have some products that are 150%, 100%, 80%, 60%, but some that go break even and get 10 or 15 or whatever, okay? So don't get so attached to every product being perfect either, okay? Now, that's 30K, which is OA, £500 and stuff like that. Then we've got 30K on wholesale brand direct. Now, what you could also do is you could do that at 20 and that at 40 as well. And that bakes that down to 400 and breaks this down a bit higher. Now, the way this works, let's put 30K again. Let's say it's half and half. It's wholesale brand direct. Now, realistically, if you're to think about how many wholesale deals or brand direct deals do you need to get 30K, this one is more spending per day, so £500 spend per day. This is more how many suppliers do you need or how many products do you need. Now, I spent this actually on 2 products. I spent 30K on 2 products. I actually even spent 50K on 2 products. The idea with wholesale is obviously you are looking to hone in on one item or 1 or 2 items. I just spent £6,000 on 1 product on wholesale. So if we say on average 5,000 per product, that then brings us down to 5K per product. And when I say per product, I say per product for wholesale or per supplier. So why don't I say 5K per supplier? Because that will give us a bit of a better range. 5K per supplier and all brand. So that means we need 6 deals in total, okay? Now, how easy is it to find 6 deals? It's not that difficult, but it will take you some time. I think it will take you some time, but I'll actually go through, or anyway, in SS University, we go through how you can maximize your outreach, because outreach is so important. I'm actually building currently an AI system that can help you maximize your outreach on this. And also you need to maximize strategy, right? For wholesale, the strategy is even more important than it is with online arbitrage. Outreach and maximizing the strategy allows you to get these 6 deals as fast as possible. Out of context, I managed to land 3 brand direct deals in the space of a month because we contacted 100 brands in 1 month. It's very simple. The more you do, the better you will be able to scale this as fast as possible. And some of you are busy, so hence why when I get to the systemizing part or the scaling part, which scaling exists in automation systems and scaling as a 3, I'm going to go into how you can utilize this if you are busy compared to if you can do this full time. Just to repeat, with spending, we have cash flow cycles. We said we need to spend 60K over 2 months. That will give us online arbitrage £500 a day. That will also give us 6 deals on wholesale or brand direct at 5K per supplier. Now, some of you might be watching this and thinking, Zach, I do not have £60,000. Well, I'm going to show you exactly how you can get access to £60,000. And if you can't, how you can even get access to 30K. Because 30K is then 15 and 15, and 30K can make you 5K per month across the 2 months. Obviously, remember, 30K is actually making you 10K. And remember, you're not just getting 10K back, you're getting 40K, which then you recycle back in. And then now that 40K is making you 8K. And then now you've got 48K. And then now that 48K is making you 10K. And did you get what I'm saying? So it's a cycle. That is how it works. And that's the reinvestment part that you want to do at the start. All right. But let's actually talk about spending. How do we get access to £60,000 or even £30,000? Now, you can actually get a government loan of 25k for startup businesses. And this is at interest of 6% over 6 years, which is crazy. You just have to submit a business plan, but me showing you this is a business plan. You can even use ChatGPT for your business plan as well. So 6% over 6 years. Now, some people don't like taking loans, understandable. I'm not, I'm the same as you guys. Next, you have overdrafts. Now, you can get business overdrafts of up to 20,000. If you're a student, you're looking at maybe 2k of overdrafts. And that's fine as well, right? You can also look for investment, family members. For example, there's also other loans that you can take out as well. Okay, so getting access to capital, if you can't do loans, you have overdrafts. If you can't do that, there's investment. Getting access to money shouldn't be your roadblock. There's always a way to get access to money. Now, some of you might be sitting here and thinking, Zach, again, I don't have 30k or 60k, I'm a student, I can't do this, I'm an apprentice, I haven't got this amount of money. But Zach, I can get access to 5k or I can get access to 10k. Well, that's cool. Because if you've got access to 10k, you're still going to be making that 2-3k a month consistently using this system, which is probably more than your 9 to 5 anyway. So, and most of this is probably just sitting in your savings account. Like, let's be honest, most of this is sitting in your savings account and it's not being able to do anything anyway, okay? So you might as well put it to work. So that's the spending part, okay? So we went through that effectively. Now let's actually go through the scaling part. So scaling comes down to automation and systems as well, okay? Now, automation, how are we gonna automate? Now, we're gonna have virtual assistants because in order to actually spend, it allows us to spend. Automation also allows us to scale. They're connected together. Automation is connected to scaling. You can't scale without having staff. Like, it's very simple. You can't scale as a one-man band, 100%. I disagree. And if you are, I mean, it's going to take you way longer. We're trying to get there as quick as possible. So we've got virtual assistants who will do sourcing for you. They'll even do admin for you. We've also got automation in the voice of AI, which I mentioned to you in terms of wholesale. Okay, so there is your automation to help you scale because you can work faster. Systems, what are your systems? Well, your systems is your cash flow. So you have a cash flow system, your money system. You have a sourcing system. You have an admin system. And that's, again, where you're going to learn systems, SS University, group coaching session 7, or in the one-to-one coaching where we go through that straight away. So you're going to learn how to do that. Cash flow, sourcing, admin. And finally, in terms of your systems as well, luckily you don't have to worry too much about like delivery in terms of, obviously Amazon do a lot of that. So that's not something you have to worry about. Another system would be prep, actually. Prep centers, getting your stock in and out as fast as possible, okay? So what have I just gone through there? I've gone through how you're gonna hit 10K very, very, very efficiently with Amazon FBA. We spoke about strategy. We spoke about how you're gonna allocate your time to certain models. We spoke about spending, your cash flow cycles, moving things about. We also spoke about spending, getting access to money, okay? And these are very, very important things that I want you guys to understand. And I want you guys to actually see this, if you're new here, for free. You know, I want you, if you are going to jump into Amazon FBA, especially inside the university, for example, I want you to be serious. I want you to know what you're getting yourself into. I don't like when a lot of you or a lot of people out there are not showing you the truth of running an Amazon business. It's very, very unfair on you guys. They're showing you 20, 30K revenue and they're saying it's profit, or they're saying I made 20K, I made 30K. And you just need to be a little bit careful with seeing that. I've always tried to be as open and transparent with you guys as possible, show you exactly how I'm making the money that I am on Amazon, what it takes, what it requires, the time spent. And I want you to see that so that you can work towards it, because this is the system that works today. And this is actually quite a conservative system. You can do it with less money, you can. But I'm talking about having sustained periods of 10K per month, because I've hit numbers like that on Amazon, and then I've fallen off because I never had this system. If I had this system, I would just constantly be hitting and scaling and hitting and scaling and hitting and scaling. And that's what you want. You don't want to have these quick wins and then back to zero again. You want to have consistent scale so that you can actually build a proper business that works alongside what you're doing or actually allows you to quit. You're not going to be able to quit without a proper system. So that's everything for today's video. I've given you the blueprint. Remember your next steps. If you haven't started already, get access to capital. If you haven't got access to capital, then go and get a job or use some of the information that I've given you today. Then get your strategy on point. SS University is waiting for you to provide you with everything that you need. And then learn the strategy and learn the system and scale from there. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon.